Today's episode of the non-demo or Reno small bathroom makeover is sponsored by Sofi, and I will get more into the app in just a bit, but we're going to be making over this bathroom on a budget. The reality of me in the situation and the reality of me just being sick of my bathroom and wanting to do an update. I can't deal with this bathroom. And let's redo this. This is much better. Okay, we are going to start this bathroom makeover. I don't think I've ever done something like challenge myself to do it underneath a specific amount of money. I just kind of let the room speak to me and go with it. But for this one, because I want to demo and reno it, but we're not going to be doing that right now. We're just going to go full steam ahead of figuring this out as we go and keeping it under $300. The reason I just want to see what I can do without demoing is obviously this tile situation. This is going to take a very long time to get off of every wall and behind the vanity. There's just a lot of tile. So as much as I would love to demo and reno this right now, it's just not in the cards. Let's see what we can do to transform this bathroom for underneath $300. Financial literacy is not taught in school, and personally, I am not the most financially literate person, and that is something I aspire to be, but I get overwhelmed when trying to start to learn about it. This is one of the many reasons why I am so excited to have Sofi as a sponsor for today's episode, because I am interested in learning about investing. I am interested in learning about how to get my money right and on track for these larger goals that I have planned for myself. Now that I'm in this whole new chapter, I really need to analyze what I am doing to make sure I am setting myself up for success. Sofi is a mobile-first personal finance company helping their members borrow, invest, save, and protect their money for life's ambitions. Now, Sofi does have a ton of services available to you, so be sure to browse, but I'm going to dive into the two that are going to help me accomplish my goals, which are Sofi Money and Sofi Invest. Something that caught my interest was Sofi Active Invest, and note that there is risk investing in stocks, so I'm not sitting here saying do this, but it is something I as an adult am interested in learning more about, and this makes it more doable for me. Sofi Active Invest helps people start investing now and investing in things that they care about. The platform has tons of features for both new and seasoned investors. And one goal that Sofi Active Investing helps me accomplish right away is the hands-on way to put my money to work. So it's interesting to dive in and learn that you can choose stocks and ETFs that you want to invest in. There's zero Sofi fees. There's no account minimums. You can become a smarter investor with news and updates all in the app. And that's the type of girl that I am, an all-in-one. So it's really nice to have it all in one place. And something that I honestly love, and I think that makes me kind of just stay more interested in obtaining these goals with Sofi, is the fact that the platform, the app itself, is just so easy to walk through, use, and understand. The second thing I wanted to touch base on that's going to help me achieve my goals is Sofi Money, which is an all-in-one solution to save, spend, and earn so your money works for you. You shouldn't have to pay money to manage your money, and good thing that Sofi doesn't have any account fees, monthly fees, and many other common fees. You can also earn 6 times on your cash. You work hard for your money. Now let it work hard for you. Start earning interest on all your cash in your Sofi Money account. But the thing that I am most excited about are these things called vaults. Vaults sit within a single money account, and you can separate your savings from your spending and save towards your goals with vaults, like a down payment, wedding, celebration, really anything. For me, it's going to be my first house. Sofi is helping your girl really just take accountability with my finances and take control of my financial future. And with these large goals like a house and just in general learning how to invest and have my money work for me, I'm very excited to be able to have them as a sponsor and share it with you guys, because it is such a huge chapter in my life and it is such a huge learning curve, but it shouldn't be intimidating. As a Sofi member, you get access to exclusive benefits designed to help set you up for success with your money, community, and career. You can save thousands on your student loans when you refinance. You can get out of debt sooner or lower your monthly payments with their Sofi student loan refinancing. But again, discover the services for yourself. If you guys are interested in getting your money right, you can learn more by downloading the Sofi app, or you can check out www.sofi.com. I've also linked it down below for you in the description box. But now let's get back to this makeover.
You and we have done our fair share of bathrooms here on this channel, and I found it very interesting that I have kind of done unrealistic ones for you guys. This one is very, very, very much so doable. The first thing that I do is obviously clean up and clean out the tried and true, how we start everything. I'm literally taking everything off of the walls because we need to patch things up before we paint. That's going to be the game changer here, but we're not really going to be getting aggressive with the paint on the walls. We're going to get aggressive with the accent colors we are utilizing in this space. Hot tip from Papa Metz, you can use joint compound to fill holes rather than spackle, because sometimes people don't realize that the spackle dries fairly quickly and you have to sand it down. Joint compound you can remove with water without compromising the texture of the wall. I moved forward with painting it an ultra pure white by Behr in a satin finish because again we're going to use color elsewhere. And also the tile is overwhelming in itself, so I'm trying to keep it as simple as possible on the top half.
Hey, painting is done, but I am going to head to Home Depot to grab the things that I know I can only get at Home Depot, but my goal is to thrift everything else. Like the door handles I know I want to get from Home Depot because they're like brand new black ones. And then I want to see where my budget's left over from that. And then you and I can go hunting together to see if we can stay under this budget. I think I found some hardware that could potentially work. Just going through my stash to see if there's anything that I like. I think this and the long bar might look good though. Let's see. I don't know how this will look together though. Like these. Like one there maybe. So we have this for free so far. That's nice. Well, I would say this is a nice glow and a cute little baby pimple, but it's not. I am dying of heat right now, but I just went to Home Depot, did some returns, and then I stopped off at Home Goods. Got a couple of things. I think I'm at like 160, 161 right now. So I'm gonna hold off, go home, paint, build whatever I can, and then early tomorrow morning shop for the remainder. That way I don't go over my budget right now.
I am not going to be getting crazy trying to strip this because I learned my lesson with Holly's bathroom makeover. She had the exact same vanity. I am just going to be like scrubbing up the surfaces, painting it, and updating the hardware.
Oh, good job. Can you squeeze? Oh, good job. What are you doing? He's watching you? Huh? Bye. I thought you just were being cute. But you want to play. That's your main intention with me?
I love that dog so much. She kind of manipulates me 9 times out of 10, so I don't necessarily work as quickly when she is around. Anyways, I'm going to be using some liquid sandpaper. Don't come at me, guys. I tried to strip this before in Holly's bathroom makeover and it was a mess, so I'm just going to deal with the texture when I paint over it. It actually didn't end up looking that bad, but I'm using liquid sandpaper because I don't want to come in here with a sander and sand this paint off. I started painting this black, but then we started making over the entryway and painted the door that's going into the bathroom black, so it was too much black in that corner. I decided at like 1 o'clock in the morning one night to paint it the green of the cabinets in the kitchen to really pull the space all together from the far right side to the far left, since that's the kitchen cabinet color. Wow, sorry, I didn't give any context to that. I did not want to take away the black completely because I am going to be installing some shelves on the left-hand side wall that have black in it. So I added 4 round knobs, 3 to the drawers, 1 to the door above. And then for the bottom drawer, I added a long modern pull that I had from a closet makeover that I didn't end up using to chic it up a little bit more. With storage underneath, you just need to get creative. Find stackable organizations at Home Goods or little like 99-cent store containers. I kind of just did what worked for me in this space. One way to make the bathroom look extremely tall is getting a wall-to-wall mirror or a larger mirror of some sort. I actually thrifted this for $25 and it is so heavy. It is solid wood from Habitat for Humanity. It was going to be for a living room makeover, but I just put it into here. I then moved forward with doing the tried and true floating shelves, but in a different way. I'm going to be using these floating shelf brackets that I've linked down below for you. Again, this is for a closet makeover that I did not end up using. Was that a proper sentence? Anyways, drywall anchors are going to be your best friends if you're not going to be able to hit studs where you want to. I've linked these down below for you as well. But if you open a hole a little bit too much and the screw is slipping through or the anchor is slipping through, you can switch up your drywall anchors to these toggle ones, and that actually makes your life a lot easier because it grafts the back of the drywall, and that will keep it nice and secure. For the actual shelves, yes, those things looked a little bit wonky. Those are my first time installing, bear with me. I am going to be using butcher block left over from starting our kitchen makeover, which I cannot wait to finish. In order to slip these on and secure, you want to go in with a drill bit just a little bit bigger than the shelving bracket itself, so it's nice and snug. I used a vacuum to consistently get out the sawdust because sometimes it feels like that bracket that I was pushing in couldn't fit, but that was not the case. There was just a lot of sawdust built up in there. You can also use an extension. I do not have a drill press, which I wish I did, but your girl doesn't have that budget quite yet, so the power drill works for right now. If you were to just put in that bracket as is, it is not going to be flush up against the wall and your shelf. So what I'm going to do is mark where that bracket is or the end of it and route it out. Now I'm coloring it in with pen because quite frankly, when I did something recently with a door, I couldn't really see where I was routing because the window of it gets so dirty and then the glasses that I'm wearing are dirty and it's just a hot mess. So I just colored it in and then used my router and adjusted it to that depth and took that out. And we are good to go to move on to adding distress or stain. It's totally up to you. Too much, don't do that. Too much, too much, too much. You know your girl is all about the natural wood tones, and that's what I'm going to be bringing throughout this space. Don't come at me for it. I am just such a big fan. I decided to not beat it up too much and then not go crazy with the sanding either because I really do like that rough texture, and then seal it with a flat, clear sealant. That way it needs to be protected by the moisture. You know, you know, it's in a bathroom. Jesus. I slipped that sucker right on nice and snug. I did have to adjust one of the anchors, that toggle one, a little bit. I styled it just to make my heart a bit happy and see some pretty in there and move forward to adding a new door handle.
Ow!
Oh, mother goodness, that was crazy.
Yeah, I hurt my booty, girl. I don't know if that's gonna work. It doesn't look labeled.
Oh no. Why did I do that? It'd be so terrible if I didn't know how to fix this. Could you imagine? Oh, I got so nervous, but I forgot that I am a carpenter, and this is what I do for a living, Rachel Metz. That's what you do.
The doorknob was not a part of the bathroom expense, actually. It's a part of the entryway makeover, so I saved a little bit of money there and invested into these 2 shelves off of Amazon that I linked below for you as well.
Do we like that? Do we like it?
This is the super pro way to measure if all your things are going to fit, because I have done it so many times where I've hung them and totally not in the right spatial awareness of each other, and I can't use them for the storage like I intend to, so your girl needed to take a step back and ensure that my tallest can fit on the bottom level. I am pulling the black from the door to the right of the room with the hardware on the vanity. I am pulling it to the left and making it seem not so invasive with the metal black framing on these shelves right here. That's why I opted to purchase these and not buy these, because I haven't gotten into metal work just yet. Something that makes all the difference for me in bathroom makeovers is updating the shower curtain, and I like to go more the fabric route with the plastic liner behind, just because in my opinion it cheeks it up a lot more than a plastic on plastic. I also didn't hang it higher like I typically do because I'm going to be installing a plant shelf right above that window again, not only to add color, but to bring it up a bit. I will be using a carbide bit which goes through all different types of materials, and it goes through tile extremely smoothly, but you do want to be slow and steady to win the race on these holes if you are like screwing into tile. The reason I don't have an issue with this is because I am eventually going to be demoing this entire shower, so I didn't mind testing out drilling into tile for the first time, with this being as the like guinea pig, if you will. There is a 2x4 directly behind this because it is framing out the window. That is what I am screwing these brackets into, and then I am just using some scrap plywood and coated that with a bunch of sealant and securing that with the little screws from underneath the bracket to hold it into place, and then adding my plants. But actually the base of the plants all have earthquake putty underneath them, so they do not shift, move, or bonk anybody when they're in the shower. I do have to say though, showering now is so much fun because it's like you're in a little jungle. It makes me so happy. As far as the lighting situation in this bathroom, because we haven't designed what we want to do quite yet, since I am still, you know, saving up in my vault for this bathroom renovation, I decided to thrift a sconce that originally had glass on it from Habitat for Humanity for $10. I just extended out the wires a little bit, connecting the hot to the hot, the neutral to the neutral, and then securing that light fixture a little to the left of that tall mirror with two insanely bright bulbs to get me in and out of the bathroom versus just taking my time. This thing is not on a dimmer. I wish it was, but because it's an older light fixture, it needs to be on like a stagnant switch, just on and off. But for my next vanity light, I will put it on a dimmer. I felt like I was losing a lot of space where the toilet is versus where the tile hits the wall, so I just cut down some 2x2 dowels that I had on hand, added some earthquake putty to it underneath, and a piece of plywood that I had, and used my nail gun to secure it to create a little lift for a shelf, but also so I can put some, you know, some baby wipes underneath there, maybe some makeup wipes, I don't know, but there's just a little bit of extra storage underneath there as well. It was a little wonky, so I secured it with an L bracket just to make sure it didn't topple over when someone's on the bathroom or on the toilet, sorry. Now, because I know I'm going to be getting this, don't even start with me. I'm not going to the bathroom, but that's a straight back poop right there if I ever saw one. And like, I don't know who leans all the way back like this. Even if you do, it's just straight posture. So don't even be like, oh my god, the toilet seat. Stop it. Get out of here. I put everything that I grab for every single day out in the open on those two shelves that have the towel holder on it to the left, and then anything that I'm rarely grabbing for, I put underneath the vanity. We want to be doing hardwood floor throughout the entire house, including the bathroom, so I just opted for a rug, and that has secured this makeover. And we only spent roughly $275 out of the $300. I mean, come on, guys. I do think it was key adding a pop of color to that vanity, and overall just the plants above, it kind of ties it all together. I personally am completely obsessed with this makeover in the meantime of demoing and renoing this bathroom. I am so in love with the functionality of it because I am living in it. Surprise, surprise, it is bathroom for me, guys. I am not going to install this myself because last time I broke the pipes here. Lesson learned. I actually hired an electrician, so we're going to be going over our budget just because I don't trust myself. I'll make it worse. So if you could just imagine that with a black faucet, little cheapy guy I found off of Amazon. It's gonna look so much better. I'll post that on my Instagram, but just keep that in mind, okay? I really hope that you guys enjoyed this makeover, and one thing before you guys comment down below, like, why didn't you install a medicine cabinet? Because this is directly on the opposite side of Holly's bathroom, and she has a medicine cabinet on her end, so I can't just like pop into this wall, and we both have medicine cabinets because they kind of conflict. Remember that I am decorating according to what I like and how I function in my daily life. You want to tweak it to you, you want to fit it to your aesthetic, and you want to add those personality touches that are going to make you smile every single time you walk in. Thank you guys so much for your love and support consistently on these makeovers, and thank you so much to Sofi for sponsoring today's episode. I am super pumped to get my money right, and I really hope that you guys look into it because truthfully, it is a really helpful tool for me in this new chapter of like figuring it all out. I will see you guys soon for another DIY.